So you want to make your very own comic book. Of course you do. Comic books are awesome. Comic books are awesome. They blend prose and artwork. They can be cinematic or more traditional. There's no restriction in genre or style. And they're far more manageable than a feature film, less timely than a novel. And they have pictures! Pictures! But where do you start? Right here, of course. Over the next few months, I'll be sharing some of my own experiences in writing, editing, creating, promoting, and selling indie comics. For this first video, I thought it would be good to give you an idea of some of the things you should consider before venturing into the world of indie comics. So, where to begin?
Support and read indie comics.
The best way you can begin creating indie comics is to start supporting other creators and reading what they're putting out there. Get on Kickstarter and see what projects are around. Find indie creators in your local area and see what they have to offer. Find creators and artists whose work you like and show them some support. The more comics you read, the more you'll get a clear idea of what you like and what you want your comic to be.
Talk to experienced creators.
Find creators you like and start asking questions. Most creators are only too happy to talk with newbies, and picking the brain of someone who's already producing indie comics is a great way to learn about the business and prepare yourself for what lies ahead.
Get some money together.
Unless you're an incredibly skilled artist with a bunch of time on your hands, you'll need to pay for the artwork in your comic. That means paying an artist up front, and with page rates running anywhere from $80 to $500 per page, you'll need to have some funds ready to go when you start off.
Define why you're creating a comic.
Having a clear idea why you're creating a comic from the start will help direct how you're going to build your project. Is this something you've always wanted to do, a one-off bucket list kind of a deal? Or are you a writer transitioning from another field and looking to see if indie comics might be a good place to move to? Are you looking to build an indie comic label and actually make money out of selling comics? Or are you planning on pitching your comic book to indie publishers or thinking of crowdfunding to recoup your costs? Each of these will require a different emphasis on certain aspects of the comic creation business. For example, if your interest is primarily in running a profitable business, you'll need to target your content towards what's most popular and promote heavily. You'll also need to keep costs down, have clear contracts in place with your artists, set up a web store, and so on. If you're doing this more as a hobby or to fulfill a dream you've had for years to create your own comic book, then you might not be that interested in the money side of things. You'll focus more on the quality of the book, the story, finding an artist who can really bring out what's in your mind and translate your vision into reality.
Find a solid idea.
You might have a million ideas ready to go, or one concept that you've been nursing for the last decade. You might be looking to translate an existing film script or novel into the comic medium, or you might just have a single character in mind and you're looking to build out a comic around that character. Whichever is the case, the clearer you can be up front, the better. During the script writing phase, you'll undoubtedly change and develop your ideas, and as the artwork comes in, you may change these even more. But if you can land on a story idea which excites you and gets the creative juices flowing, that's a great start.
Scope out your project.
While it's not essential up front, having some idea of the length, format, and style of your comic project will help a great deal when it comes to writing your script and finding the right artists to partner with. Some of the things you should consider include the size of the project. Are you going for a standard issue, 22 pages or so, or a small story arc of, say, 3 issues? Or are you planning a sprawling epic with many, many issues that may never end? I would not recommend the latter. The format of the books. Will the books be standard American comic size, manga size, square, black and white, printed backwards? Will they be full color? These are all things to consider up front, and there are cost implications. For example, printing in black and white will typically be a lot cheaper, both on the art side and the printing side. What style of artwork are you looking at? Are you looking for a classic comic style or something more modern? Do you want scratchy lines or stylized colors? Are you after a noir vibe or something more cartoonish? Knowing this up front will help you find the right artist to partner with on the job. Now, the easiest way to do this is, once again, find an indie comic artist you like, support them, and use their work as a guide for the sort of artwork artwork you'd like to use for your own project. Now that's a lot to think about, and if you're anything like me, you're impatient and you just want to get started. But trust me, thinking through some of the areas I've raised in this video will help you save a lot of time and potentially money down the track. In a future video, I'll reveal some of the mistakes I've made and highlight some pitfalls to look out for, but for the moment, I'd suggest taking some time and try to clearly outline exactly what you want your comic to be. Now, are you thinking of creating your very own comic? Are you midway through the process or hesitant to start? Let me know down in the comments where you are in your comic creation journey, and feel free to ask questions. If I've got something to offer, I'll answer. If I don't, I'll make something up. Also, I know a lot of experienced indie creators, and I'm only too happy to reach out to them to get some answers if I don't know myself. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified the next time I drop a video on this topic, and stay tuned for a bunch more videos on creating indie comics. Also, check out the Very Occasional podcast where I talk to indie creators from all walks of life about art, comics, writing, film, and more. And as always, keep it real, keep it safe.